Dravidutkalabanga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Ujjala Jaladi Taranga Tav Shubha Name Jage Tav Shubha Ashish Mage Gahe Tav Jaya Gata Jana Gana Mangala Dayak Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidata Jaya He Jaya He Jaya He Jaya 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 He. Please be seated. So, you might be wondering why a Canadian girl without any Indian heritage in her blood knows your national anthem? Well, I'm going to tell you. But first, I want to ask you, did any of you feel a special connection with me while we were singing together? I certainly did. And that is the basis for the whole story I'm going to tell you. So I love to sing more than anything. And after I was inspired by a book that talked about kids helping kids in other parts of the world, I wanted to use my voice to help too. With the help of my parents, we decided that we would go on a journey around the world in 80 anthems. I would sing 80 national anthems in their native language in 80 countries, and I would sing with the children of each country. The purpose was to raise money and awareness for orphan and abandoned children through our website and through all of the global media interviews that we hope to do around the world. I knew that not all kids around the world would know the same pop songs as me, but most kids that went to school would know their national anthem. They would be able to sing with me in their language, and together we could attract more attention to the plight of disadvantaged children. So, you might be wondering, how did I learn all these anthems? The short answer is, it was really hard, and it took a lot of work. I knew that if I was going to do this right, it was really important that I knew what I was singing about, and also that I sung each song correctly and with the right pronunciation. So, we set out to find people who were actually from each country to help me. Fortunately, people from all over the world live in Vancouver. I called international embassies in Vancouver to ask for their help. The Malaysian and Indonesian embassies invited me downtown to teach me. They were so happy and proud to tell me stories of their anthems and thrilled that I would be visiting their countries. With the help of my anthem binder, which included English translations of each anthem, I set out to learn as much as I could about each anthem. For example, I learned that some anthems have a strong and even violent call to action, like La Marseillaise in France, that states, "To arms, citizens, form your battalions." A few countries, including Bosnia-Herzegovina, don't have official lyrics to their anthem due to a history of fighting between the different ethnic groups. A whole separate category proclaims the beauty of the country, like in the Filipino anthem. Lupa ng araw na luwalhati't pagsinta, buhay ang langit sa piling mo. This means the chosen land, the beautiful land of love, O land of light. I learned that while all of these anthems are so diverse, they all have a common theme of pride in one's country. And I couldn't wait to start singing with the kids around the world to see how they felt about their anthem. Once we left Canada, it was crazy. We averaged a different country every 3 days for 9 months. The really cool part was when I would go to sing the anthem with the kids in each country. They would look at me in surprise when I sang in their language, and it made them happy. It felt really amazing to be able to connect with them in this way. Then they would get so excited and ask me to sing other songs in their language, and I would have to tell them that I was really sorry, but I didn't know any other local songs. I must admit, though, all girls around the world knew the song Let It Go from the movie Frozen. So we bonded over that, too. One of the best parts of this experience was when I would encounter someone from another country and then just unexpectedly sing their anthem, like the Chinese one. Now, this was by far one of the hardest anthems for me to learn, as Mandarin is very different from English. My friend Easton from my music studio had just moved from China, and he spent many hours working with me on this one. In fact, it took me 2 weeks just to learn the first 10 seconds properly. So, when I ran into a group of Chinese tourists anywhere in the world, as there are lots of Chinese tourists in every country, I would sing their anthem for them, and they would get so excited and try to speak to me. Ni hao, xie xie, it's pretty much all I know. They would be very confused. These special connections happened all over the world, and soon I found I was meeting people that I normally wouldn't connect with. Like these French bikers in Greece who were so excited that I could sing their anthem. Or the Israeli man, now living in Ireland, who heard our story and was brought to tears after I sang the Hatikva. And the Indonesian lady, now living in England, who missed her home so much and was so overjoyed that I could sing the anthem of her native land. I found that when you show people that you care about their customs, their culture, and their language, they appreciate it, and you can see something different in their eyes. They would often join in singing with me, and for that moment, I would feel connected, no matter what that person's age, cultural background, or color was. As each person sang the song of their country, I could see the confidence and pride shining in their faces, even beaming out of them, and I would feel privileged that I could be a part of such an experience. This feeling led to one of the most important things that I learned on my journey, that even though we're all so different, everyone in the world wants to feel appreciated and connected in some way. If you want to connect with someone, learn more about their culture and their way of life. That way, your common bond will allow you to spread your message and make a bigger impact. We all have something to say, and singing is my way of making connections and spreading my message around the world. What's yours?